Hello and welcome back to the GroupChat Podcast. Yes, we're finally back. We've tried, there was like 2 episodes recorded before. Now we are sitting down to record this one, which no excuses this time. It has to be good. We're posting it. It doesn't fucking matter. But like we recorded an episode with her boyfriend Alex. And then after I was like watching it back, I told her, I was like, dude, I can't even sit through listening to myself speak. And that one, it was so...
We were pretty drunk, I think.
Sorry. Turn that off. Sorry. Alex. No, that was him.
No, it wasn't. It was
really
Johnny Kurtev, but that's okay.
Oh, that's fine.
He's always popular.
Seriously. She's too popular then.
Okay.
But then after that, we sat down and we filmed one episode here in the new apartment, which we've literally been living in for like 4 months. Probably longer. No. I don't know. I can't do math.
4's about right.
Yeah. And we recorded one episode, and it honestly was awful.
It was dog water.
It was so bad. I mean, I've never heard us talk
less
than we did in that episode, which it's like, I swear to God, it's like the moment all of a sudden we turn off the camera and we were like yapping.
Yeah.
And then like we said, it was like weird. It was so weird. We couldn't get thoughts or words to form together in unison in the episode. So anyway, scratch that. That one's gone to the trash. Here we are in the new apartment. We'll put in like an apartment tour video or something because we were going to do a whole vlog on that and then we never did.
We're lazy.
Super lazy. We've been busy though. Our work schedules never line up. No. Ever. Never, ever, ever. Hannah's going on a date tonight with Alex. So there's that.
It's really exciting news, guys.
But we both had off today, so it was like really, it was nice. And it's like the perfect fall weather today. It's been super, super hot all week. It's been disgusting.
For like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been longer than just a week.
But no, it's really nice. You can wear sweaters and
it's like
boots.
I know.
Not have to.
That's what I want. I just want to be able to wear like a sweatshirt, like a hoodie, comfortably outside. That's all I want. I pay a lot of money for that. I really would.
I thought you were saying you pay a lot of money. I'm like, to who?
That's what I said. I would pay a lot of money.
No, I thought you said you already do pay a lot of money.
Oh.
I was like, no, you don't.
No, I don't pay any money for that.
So what have you been up to lately?
Thank you for asking. I feel like there's an answer that you're looking for
No, I'm
here.
not.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Just work. Work. Like you.
Yes.
We say this like we don't live together, but like, I mean, nothing. My life has been boring. It's not been that boring. I've been really busy.
What have you been busy with? Who have you been busy with?
Oh. I want to talk about that really quick. But like not. I feel like I've finally gotten to a point where mentally I think like a man when it comes to relationships.
Like, what do you mean?
I'm so stress-free. So stress-free when it comes to like relationship things. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
How?
Just like explain it more.
I feel like I stopped stressing at all about anything that has to do with a guy.
Oh.
Because, like, you know, when somebody likes you, I feel like in my shoes, like, I used to, like, stress about that. And I would, like, overthink every single little thing that I did. And I'd be like, well, I'm so scared. I don't want to, like, hurt or upset them. Like, I don't, you know, I think too much about the other person. It's like, who gives a fuck? Like, I don't care. Like, as long as all my, like, dirty laundry's out there to begin with, then it's like, whatever. That's, like, recently.
What kind of dirty laundry do you have?
Dude, just, like, the fact that I don't want a relationship. So don't expect that. Because I'm not ready for that, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
And then that's all been completely out on the table. I've said that so many times. And this person that
they
I'm
just won't stay away.
Talking, yeah. I swear, it's like the moment you don't want a relationship, they all come
It's
flocking.
like the paparazzi, like when they find you.
Yeah, it's like, no pictures, no relationships. That's how I feel. But I would normally stress about that, but I was like, okay, well, you already know that, so anything that you're doing now, if you're continuing this, you're either just, you have really high hopes and you're hoping that I'm going to decide that I want a relationship, which isn't going to happen.
Which is the 100% what's going on.
Right. That's exactly what's happening. But at that point, I'm just like, it's no longer like my issue to worry about. Because I've already said my piece. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to sit here and stress about something, because anything that you choose to do further in, like, being involved with me, like, you know that I don't want anything. So it's like, you're just hurting yourself if you don't want to step away from that. So, sorry. But I do care about people. I do, okay? I really, yeah. It's not like I'm, like, heartless. I just think that I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
So.
There was a man that, not that man, a different man.
Okay.
That, was trying to hit on Mo the other day, and he was telling me all about it, and it was really funny.
Oh, at my work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so funny. He was like, is she single? I was like, yeah, but she's crazy, so stay away. I didn't say stay away.
You aired out my
I
dirty
didn't
laundry.
say stay away. I said proceed at your own risk.
With caution.
And he said, what do you mean she's crazy? I went, I don't even know how to, like, put it into words. And
my
then,
crazy is a crazy that can't be put into words, I fear. Continue.
and then he said, oh, it's okay. I had sisters. Like, I know what
like,
crazy is. I'm like,
thinking that
so
that's
your
gonna,
sisters, like, they don't,
they're not like this.
yeah.
They're not like this.
No.
Not quite.
I'm pretty sure I said the words, she'll make you regret being born at least once or twice. But
especially where I'm at now. I'm like, sorry, I just don't care. I really don't care.
I was, like, trying to nicely steer him away. Also,
because he's a very nice guy.
Yeah, he is nice.
But he smokes cigarettes. Red flag.
Yeah, and he's, like, going on the bar.
Yeah, he was. I watched him walk out of the bar multiple times with the cigarette, and he was like,
no, I don't have a cigarette.
why would you have a cigarette?
I was like, I don't
Why
even
would you?
vape.
Dude, that's crazy. Going around the bar asking people if they have cigarettes at the age of 22 is nuts.
Speaking of going around the bar,
Right.
let's talk about when a third fella in the mix has really nothing to do with the other two, but let's call him, I hate to blur this, but I hate he has the same name, which pisses me off. We don't have to blur that. But we can call him Todd. Todd started a rumor about you.
Uh-huh. He did. He really did. And the worst part about this Todd is that this rumor, I mean, it's like, he's one of those people where you just really have no idea how many people he has already said something like this
so
to.
many. Like, all of his friends. And also, like,
Yeah.
for context, this, like, rumor was being spread around to, like, people our age.
And people that...
At, like, the bar that you work at.
Right, which is also very annoying.
Yeah.
Very, very annoying. Especially because my boss... Okay, the other person that this rumor involves is a very, very good friend of, obviously ours, but, like, also my boss. So it's like, that's just...
Oh, yeah.
That sounds really, like, that's screwed up. So anyway, Hannah and I are house sitting currently. Okay, indefinitely. We don't know, like, when he's moving back. But regardless, it's an old regular of ours who moved to a different state for work, and he still has a house here in the city where we live, obviously. And it's really convenient. I mean, he's, like, got, like, a really nice, like, back patio and, like, pool and stuff. So it's, like, really nice for us because we don't have, like, a porch or anything here. Well, this guy is, I don't know, late 50s? Mid to late 50s. Super, super nice guy.
The nicest guy in the world.
Like, literally, it's not weird like that, but I do
not at
understand.
all.
Like, I get that it can look like that. But it's not like we're house sitting and, like,
But there's also, like,
he's
nothing,
even here all the time. Like, he's not.
There's nothing besides the fact that we're house sitting for him that could even, like, give an inclination, like, to...
Yeah.
Like, what
Basically,
he
this
said.
rumor that Todd is spreading around is that...
Todd is
Only
he's a little...
Yeah, he's a little
Rat.
shit. He's a rat. But Todd's saying that me and this 50-some-year-old man, who is, like, one of our best friends, honestly, are hooking up, and that's the reason that we get to watch his house. Like, okay, I'm sorry, Todd. Just say you're fucking jealous. Like,
well, that, and
he's
then on
just
top of what he
mad.
said the other time.
To me, to my face, at the bar. Which time?
When you went to the other bar.
Yeah.
Everything is so encrypted.
Todd, literally, I was hanging out after I got off of work with man number 1, man number 2, man number 3, and then Todd.
It was unfortunate.
It sounds really mad. Like, it sounds...
No, they're all friends.
Yeah,
There's
but
nothing
like,
weird about it.
I'm friends with them too. So like, I was like, okay. I was just literally desperate for a bevy after I got done with work. I was so desperate. I was like, we can go anywhere, do whatever. I don't care. So we go to a bar that's like on Main Street, and we're all sitting there, and this bar is dead. It was fantastic because I had dealt with people screaming at me for the last how many hours. Because the bar that I work at now, it's like a
rowdy
young people rowdy bar. Mm-hmm. Like open till like 2:30 type beat. You know what I mean? So I got done at like, I don't know, probably like 1. And so like we went to this bar and just had like a couple drinks. It was dead there. It was great. It was silent. Well, Todd and this other guy, it's actually, I think it was Cigarette Boy. So
yeah, we'll call him Cigarette Boy.
Yeah. They were there as well. And they were like apparently wanting to just go back to like the other bar that we had been at before this one. Because they wanted, like, the upbeat, like, loud, energetic, big crowd vibes, you know? Which I get, but it's just not me anymore, you know? At one point that was. At some points it probably still is me. But, like, not this night. Nope. And so then man number 1, man number 2, and man number 3 decided, oh, we're going to stay here with Mo. Mm-hmm. And so then Todd gets annoyed by that. He was pissed. First off, Todd hates me because I kicked out his girlfriend who had little... like bad blonde extensions in her hair, and she was underage. She was underage. I kicked her and her friend out, and I was really nice about it too. So he had like nothing to be mad about, but he was just being petty. And then he literally was like walking out of this bar, and he looks and he goes, "There's one of her and 3 of you. How are you guys gonna figure that one out?" And I was like, "Dude, be so for real, like Todd. 1, I was like, that's just disrespectful. 2, I was like, I don't understand why you had to say that shit. Like, that's just so fucked.
No, yeah, he was being a prick.
No, he was. He was just mad that his friends decided to ditch him and hang out with me.
He showed up the other night when you were working, and then I was over there, like, and he said, like, one sassy thing to me, and I started barking at him.
Well, as you should. Because
and then he was barking back, and I was like...
back. Todd barks back, so he deserves to be barked at.
It's okay, I'm pretty sure I'm taller than him.
You are. Absolutely, because I am. So... you should be embarrassed.
You just gotta stay away.
No, for real.
I don't want nothing to do with him.
And then a girl punched him in the eye one time. If that doesn't speak for itself.
No, and then the one time when you asked him if there was something that you did, or like why he hates you, but like as a joke.
Oh yeah.
And he literally leans over to Mo because he sees that Mo's trying to get his attention, like to ask him the question about like, is there a problem?
Right.
But like it was a joke. Like,
seriously, like it was like
you were like, do you hate me or something?
Yeah.
I think that's what you said. Mm-hmm. But before he said that, he goes, "What do you want?"
He talking so far down to me, so far down.
But he's far up because you're taller than him.
Right. It was just ridiculous, and he was sitting and I was standing, so I was even.
We have other theories about Todd, but we're not going to get into those.
We have,
what else do you have to talk about?
Let me pull on my list. Something happened that I wanted to bring up. Ooh, okay. I have a pretty long list. This is my list.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so this is so random, but I really want to just like bring it up because it's like something that I saw. I was just driving the other day. I saw it, thought about it deeper, wrote it down. I'm driving, and I get to a crosswalk, and there's a man crossing the street. He's probably like my parents' age kind of man, you know. Why is it that every single man, I swear to God, they like hit like 40 and they blow up this way, but their legs stay skinny? Why is that? Why is that? I don't get. Why is there no weight distribution? If you're going to gain weight, that's fine, gain it. But why is it all... It literally looks like somebody took a fucking pump to a basketball.
No, stop.
On their belly. I can't understand it. Don't you know what I mean, though? It looks like it has to be so uncomfortable. Like, it looks like if you took, like, a pen, popped it, it would all just air out. Like, when you see Roadkill, you know, and they're, like, kind of going through their rigor mortis, but they kind of blow up like a balloon. That's what their bellies look like. I just don't understand. I'm not judging. I mean, I get it. I don't get it. But that's why I'm asking. Like,
I don't know.
You could say anything
about that. I'm not sure.
I don't know too much about that either, but...
It's a very interesting thought that you had there.
But isn't it true?
Isn't what true that happened?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
But why does it not go to their legs or anywhere else? Like, the amount of, like, old men that you see, thick legs, they're shaped like the letter P, like a capital P. It's weird. I don't get it.
They're giving some of the alphabet some representation.
Yeah, but there's way too many P's out there. What letter would you say that you're shaped like?
I don't know.
Me either. There's no letter for you. You're like... Wait. What was that? That would be a lowercase d? Yeah, big booty.
What else you got on that list?
God, why are you so desperate to change it? That's a compliment. I told you that you're shaped like a lowercase d. Oh my God. Speaking of things that happened at my place of work, let's talk about...
Being the probation princess?
No, we could talk about that too. Okay. I'm going to just sum it up because I don't really know if I want to dive too deep into that. But I am probation princess currently at my place of work. But it's almost done now. So, been on it for like a month. They accused me of getting drunk behind the bar, which I was not. But if I admitted that I wasn't, and then tried to argue that, then they were going to be like, well, then why'd you fuck up so much sober? So then I took the L. I just took the L on that one. I said, oh, let's just go with the rumor that I was just drunk and stupid, even though I was sober and stupid. So, but regardless, that's almost done now. And my boss loves me again and everything's fine.
What were you going to say, though?
Oh, I was going to talk about, we're going to bleep this name because I have to give him one yet.
Oh, yeah.
I think that we should talk about that. So, our really, really good friend has a guy that works below him, and we used to really like this guy, but the more he let's give him a name quick. Let's call him Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey works below our really good friend. We used to really like him. He always came in to both the bars that we work at. Still does. But then we really got to know him deeper than just him working for our friend type of thing. And got to know him as a person. And then we met his girlfriend. And we're going to call her Tiffany. So, Jeffrey and Tiffany are just... They're very, they're nice people. They're not, bad by any means. I just think that they really have, their own way of life that between the two of them works really well. But it's not always something that, we need to be, throwing onto other people, you know? And I think that they just really like to do that. They're very outgoing. They're always drinking. So, they're already outgoing. And then when they're drunk, they're fucking... absolutely balls to the wall crazy, but they're still very, very nice people. It's not I don't like them. I just sometimes don't have the mental capacity to deal with them. Same with Hannah, because she sees them all the time where she works as well. But the other night, I'm at work, they come in, and this was Hannah had literally been there. So we both, when I told her this story the other day, she said, I'm so grateful that I left when I did. Because they came in, I'm not even 30 minutes after when you left. And then they were sitting there, and that was right around the time that I was not closing. I was just finishing up work, and I was just gonna head home. At that point, I was just fucking over it. But then my boss asked me to come around, play a game of bar dice. and like hang out with him and one of his friends and whatever. Well, then the only reason I was like debating on not doing that was because Jeffrey and Tiffany were over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked down there. Later on, I end up leaving, and I'm like walking past them, and they're like, "Oh my God, Mo, like stop, play one more game of bar dice." And I'm like, honestly, like I'm easily convinced right now. Okay, I wanted a fucking shot. I'll take a shot. I knew I wasn't gonna lose, so it's like I didn't have to pay for them, so it's fine. So they're talking to me, and all of a sudden, Jeffrey starts saying, "Oh yeah, tell her congratulations, like, you know, she just got all of her stuff, like, moved out of her ex's house today, like, so they're, like, officially divorced and everything's, like, whatever, good." And I was
Tell
like,
her
okay.
congratulations is funny.
I know, it's kind of crazy. So I went, well, all right. Didn't say congratulations. I just gave her a hug and said, proud of you. That's all I did, you know, simple as that.
And it's like,
and
then really don't know them personally.
No, I don't know anything about their lives other than, like, the fact that they drink a lot and that they're dating. Like, that's all I know about them. Mm-hmm. And then Jeffrey goes, "Oh, Tiffany really likes it when you give her a big kiss." I said,
what?
Odd thing to say, but you're already drunk and you already say weird things.
It's
so
just
moving on from that.
Weird.
Very.
To say she loves it when you give her a big... Like, that's almost like you're talking about a pet.
Right. Like, if it was your dog, like, of course I'm going to give her a big kiss. Am I going to give Tiffany, your girlfriend, one? No. Especially with him sitting there. He was like this. He, like, steps back. He was, like, waiting. He was like, yeah, she's into it. She's into it.
He's like this.
No, literally.
Okay.
Okay, go. Okay, wait. Stop. Okay, go now. Now go. Like, that's what it was giving. And I was
like, what was Tiffany doing at this time?
She literally was back and forth talking between me
and the other like person. This. She's like a pinball.
Uh-huh.
You can't hold her, like, attention for more than, like, 10 seconds.
She's like a fucking goldfish. Like, she can't.
She just, like, especially when she's drinking.
Yeah.
Like, the more drunk she gets, like, she just says the same things to you over and over and over.
Oh, yeah. 1,000%. So I looked at Jeffrey. I said, no. Yeah. No. Mm-mm. And
you're not into that.
He just starts laughing, and I'm like, I don't want to make things, like, super awkward, because I wasn't at that point. There hadn't been a lot of lines crossed yet. Yeah. So then I was like, okay, like, let's move on from that. Mm-hmm. Well, then he starts saying to me, like, so drunkenly, like, slurring his words, head bopping all over the place, like, oh, yeah, like, we finally, like, both came to an agreement that we, like, want to have it be, like, the two of us and then the third person.
And, like, you weren't inquiring on this conversation. He just kept, like, explaining.
No, I did not ask a single fucking question. I didn't. And the only thing, like, I didn't want to make it awkward again. And in my head, too, like...
It would be one thing if we were, like, actually, like, friends with them. And, like, knew them more.
Deeper. And then personally. I'd be like, okay, well, whatever. Like...
Yeah, cool.
Good for you. So then that's kind of how I played it, because I didn't want him to, like, all of a sudden tomorrow... Because at first I didn't think anything of it. I just thought that he was just, like, talking to me about it, right? Mm-hmm. And I was just, like, trying to be, like, supportive and be like, okay, well, if that's, like, what you guys want, then awesome, great, good for you type beat. Because I'm like, I know how I am. If I wake up the next fucking day and I remember, like, telling somebody some stupid shit like that, like, I'm going to have the worst anxiety in the world. So I'm sitting here, like, trying to look out for him and be like, okay, I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable. Like, I'm uncomfortable about it. Even though in, like, about 2 minutes I was. So then he immediately goes, yeah, like, we want to have it, like, be, like, her and I and then another girl. Like, no extra guy. Like, just 2 girls, 1 guy.
And he is not that bitch.
No,
like, to have 2 men or 2 women all over him.
No. And also, I forgot to mention, Jeffrey and Tiffany are probably, like, late 50s as well.
50s.
Late 50s as well.
I would say 50. So, late 50s is kind of pushing it. 50.
You think?
Yeah.
Like mid 50s? Well, they're definitely like our parents' age.
My parents are 50.
True.
Continue.
Oh my god, look at that dog. Oh, that dog is so cute. Oh my god. Me either.
I never see any of those windows open. They're all closed.
No, I know. It's so creepy over there.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby. Okay, so they're like 50s. Early 50s. Okay? Great people, but oh my lord, I'm sorry. Then he starts basically trying to imply that he, like, wants me to join them that night. And then I'm sitting here now.
It's already 2 a.m.
Right. Now I'm getting uncomfortable. And then Tiffany turns around and then she's like, I finally, at this point, I was like, no, I'm fucking leaving. Like, I'm gone. Bye-bye. Tiffany goes, well, Mo, like, you should just come over to Jeffrey's house. Like, we're going to go over there and, like, have a couple drinks and stuff. And I was like,
how about you go over to Jeffrey's house and go to bed? It's 2 a.m.
Right. Right. Like that. And then also, I'm sorry, like, you guys are going to attack me.
Creepy.
Like, if I go over there, like, first off, I never would even consider going somewhere by myself like that. Like, yeah, I like them, we know them, but I don't know them well enough to just go over to their house at 2:00 in the morning ever.
Especially after what they said.
Right. There's literally nobody that I would ever, like, do that for. Like, go over to their house at 2 a.m. Not for that reason in general, but, like, just in general, regardless of that. Mm-hmm. I would never. At 2 a.m., no, I'm going home. Mm-hmm. I'm going home. I'm going to bed. Mm-hmm. Like, not nearly do I know them well enough for some bullshit like that. And it was just, like, at that point, I was like, wow. That made me so uncomfortable. And then, cherry on top, they go give me a hug before I leave. They're both still sitting down, so I'm, like, hugging them.
They don't need to hug you either.
Nope.
Like,
nope.
Just
but
say bye.
They reached in for a hug, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna, like, whatever. I have to physically remove Jeffrey's hand from my ass. And then he tried to put it back, and I went, nope. And then I just ran. I was like, bye, gotta go.
The reason that this is so weird is because, like, most of the time that we've been around this man is, like, when he is in a very, very professional role and setting. Mm-hmm. Like, so, it's like a 180, and there's, like, no, like, middle ground for it to go off.
It was so
like,
0 to 100.
It's like, you are this professional person, and that's the only, like, way that I've seen you, and now all of a sudden you're asking to take me home and have a threesome with me.
Right.
And you're 50.
Touching my butt. Like, yeah, it's so uncomfortable. And, like, on top of it, too, like, you even said, because when I was, like, telling Hannah about this when I got home, she's like, yeah, like, our friend that he, like, works for or whatever, like, she was like, yeah, I feel like for a fact, like, if you said something about that to him, he would be pissed. Because, like, yeah, like, people know who Jeffrey is, like, only because of this man, like, that he works for. And so, like, if he found out that, like, Jeffrey was like, out here acting like that, like, super unprofessional, especially to, like, people that he's friends with, like, I mean, I would be pissed too if I was in that position of, like, where I found out something like that.
He just, like, shouldn't be doing that with people that, like, are associated with
his boss.
Yeah,
for her, for sure, 100%.
Like, go like on a dating app and find somebody.
Especially because he's in his boss's friend's bar.
Yeah,
one of his boss's best friends.
Yeah, right.
In that bar, 2 seats down from the owner of that bar. Mm-hmm. Literally, he was sitting right there. It was so weird.
Like, I mean, it's weird for anybody, period, to, like,
do that and
touch you like that.
Oh my god.
But it was just weird. That's
so icky.
Yeah.
I was like, immediately, I remember, like, on the drive home, I was like, that's fucking disgusting, that whole thing. And, like, to this day, I was like, I mean, I guess I don't really know if I want to say, like, this information, but I can bleep it. But, like, if, like, he were to ever ask me to, like, go somewhere, and then I knew that Jeffrey was going to be in the vehicle or whatever, like, I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
I would not go. I would say, no, sorry, we'll plan something else, or I'll just drive somewhere. Yeah. I will drive us, but, like, I'm not letting Jeffrey drive me anywhere. Mm-hmm. So, I guess I don't have to believe that, but that wasn't that bad. I just didn't know how to word it at first.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just icky to me. It's just, like, that could never sit right with me. And, like, even when I see him again now, like, anywhere, whether it's at your bar or my bar, I'm not gonna, like, look at him the same, like, and I'm not gonna, like, sit there and be all buddy-buddy with him anymore. It's just gonna be like, dude, you made me really uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Like, you fucking assaulted my butt. Like, I'm not doing that.
Title of the podcast, Who Assaulted Mo's Butt?
I think maybe that should be the title. This is annoying. I know that it's picking it up so well, too.
It's okay.
It is fine. But yeah, maybe that is the title of the pod. Someone
you know who needs to be introduced on the podcast? And I'm going to go full force name drop because I know that this person is going to love the attention.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Adrian Garcia.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
So Adrian Garcia,
dude,
is our friend. Mm-hmm. We met him like through work a while ago. He is just the most head ass
dude
in the world.
The fucking
like
that
everything that comes out of his mouth like makes your jaw drop. But then he just like doubles, triples down on it. Owns it so
always
hard.
And then he like sits there and like if you are so confused about what he said,
we should have him on the podcast.
He needs to be here. I swear.
He's so funny. And
Adrian's
I know for a fact if we had him on, like he would wear his Versace shoes and the matching vest. So
he would ask for
he was at
pod merch.
He always does.
He won't stop. He works at our gym now, which is
so
funny.
Yeah, he like is the person that like has a million jobs in 10 years. Like
we were talking and I said he's like Trish from Austin and Ally.
Oh yeah.
He has like a new job like every single day.
Yeah, he's so funny.
He's good.
He was at the bar when you were working the other night and I was talking to him.
He's so adorable.
He's just so
he's
so funny. Like he's annoying sometimes, but I love him.
Me too though.
And like most people just think he's just like like they don't. I can't get enough of him personally.
No,
like he's so
sure.
funny. And he was sitting there, and he was wearing his his coach vest with the matching shoes. And I looked at him and I said, "How much did that vest cost?" And he was like, "I don't want to be like that. I don't tell. I don't want to say. He's mysterious."
Right.
And I went, "Let me guess, 800." And he was like, he didn't say anything. I went 900. He goes, 800, you were right.
800, you right on the top.
It's like, oh. Then I go down to the matching shoes. I went, 500. He goes, yeah, about that.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, good guess.
Yeah, about that.
Hannah's like a new fucking pro at guessing people's clothing prices.
I am. Oh my gosh. That couldn't be more annoying. But yeah. It was hilarious.
Dude, it's
and he worked at a bar that is going to be on Bar Rescue, the show.
Well, Adrian always like gave us the biggest tea about it. Adrian knows everyone's dirty laundry.
Oh, yeah, true.
He knows all the tea. And he was like spilling all this stuff. He's like, yeah, first week of Bar Rescue, they set up the hidden cameras. Head bartender got fired for doing coke in the back. It was like, oh my God. And
the thing about him is like every time that he says something, you're like, that's not true.
Right.
That's not true.
And unfortunately, it always is. Because this one I had confirmed. And then he was like, so in like Bar Rescue, like when they do like the stress tests, like at the end when they like had the whole remodel and stuff, apparently they were like so short staffed that they couldn't even have like a serious stress test because like, first off, I was working every single one of the nights of the stress test and like, it was so dead in my bar because everybody since like 3:00 in the afternoon, if not earlier, were camping out, waiting in lines all the way down Main Street to get into this bar. I have never seen that place that busy, but I also never knew that they were like doing that bad to want to go on the show. I just think that they wanted like the clout, right? But like the lines were so far down the street. Did you drive past it at all? Okay, because I knew that you got done earlier than I did, and then I think one of the nights you might have come in by me, but seriously, like, it was just nuts, and people would wait out there for, like, 4+ hours and never be let in at all, because, like, on those nights, obviously, because, like, the show, like, the people that work there, you have, like, a few, like, free VIP invite passes that you can, like, give to people, so that, like, family and friends can, like, come for, like, that night or whatever, and so on top of that, already the amount of people that worked there that had those free passes to hand out, on top of that there was only like 60 some whatever people, like max capacity in the restaurant or the bar during the test because they were so short staffed they couldn't allow anything more than that for it to be like acceptable. But at the same time I'm like, they just got so much business because of the show. So, like, I guess good for them. And then they, like, completely renamed it. So now it's, like, Blue Line Tavern. New sign is up. I want to see what the remodel inside looks like. I've not been there. But I also don't like that bar. I've never liked that bar.
Me either.
I don't like going there at all. Ever. But who knows? I mean, that's just, like, some other people's shit. It's just not cozy in there. What?
Weren't you there the other week?
Yeah.
With,
Maddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we went because We were waiting for Kari and somebody that she was with. I think her friend, and then Edgar, to get back from Oshkosh, and that's where they said that they wanted to meet. And then we just ended up going to Tab anyway. So we didn't want to go there. We literally sat down, had one, slammed it as fast as we could, and left. Not even kidding. I hate that bar. I really, really do. I didn't want to go, but I was just like, I just wanted to hang out with them. And that's where they wanted to go. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. I'll live. Like, if I sat there and said, I'm not going to hang out with you guys because I don't want to go to that bar, that's so fuck ass. Like, if I were to, like, pull some shit like that. But regardless, yeah. But 60 people only in that bar is crazy. Like, that's not a lot.
Yeah, I think they also needed, like, room for, like, all the people filming and stuff, too.
They did.
So,
but, like, I'm just saying, like, once the people were in, like, they never, like, left.
Well, I think they only have, like,
people could come in.
Well, it's, like, 2, like, bartenders or however many people. Like, imagine 2 bartenders serving, like...
I know. Trust me.
Well, 60 people is a lot for 2 people, too.
I mean, yeah, but, like, once everybody comes in, I mean, not everyone's ordering their drinks at the same time every single time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I bet they're, like, doing it more because the...
Probably,
people
but I'm
are
just
there.
saying, like, that... It's not that I'm not talking shit about the show. I'm talking shit about the fact that people waited in line for 4+ hours, never even got in, but still sat there and waited without a drink in hand. That's what I'm talking shit about. Exactly. I'm not talking shit about the show or the way that they ran things. Because I said that they were short-staffed. That's why it was 60 people, which I get. But what I was also getting at was the fact that, like, because people of how short-staffed they were.
To be on TV.
Yeah. Like, that was, like, going to be their fucking big break. Like, they were in the background of somebody
Nobody even watches Bar
martini.
Rescue. I've never even heard of it before it came.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I've seen it plenty of times. I think it's a funny show. But
I'm
then
sure
I also heard, then Adrian said that so many of the scenes were, like, set up.
Well, yeah.
So it was like, which I obviously already kind of figured, but, like, this one specifically was insane. They told one of the girl bartenders to make, like, a Bloody Mary.
Oh, yeah.
And they told her to set the pickle on the top so that it would fall off and then let it fall onto the floor, pick it up, and put it back on the Bloody. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's insane. I would never volunteer to be the one to do that.
Yeah.
You know how shitty that makes you look on camera? Mm-hmm. That's so horrible. Like, blur my face or something at the very least. Like, that's just nuts. But no, the coked out bartender that got fired the first week of filming, they brought him back.
Oh, like,
he had his, like, shining moment again.
Did he? Oh, good for him.
Good for him, I know.
Did he put down the coke, or?
I don't know, probably not. Probably just for filming. He'll pick it back up once Bar Rescue gets their cameras out of there, I bet.
Okay, well, I'll explain the, what's Bar Rescue Kids? Last night, Mo and I were watching a movie.
This is funny.
And the fire alarm starts going off, and I thought it was the fire alarm in our apartment.
This is
but
so funny.
it was the fire alarm in the hallway. And it just starts beeping, and we're both laying on the couch, and Mo goes, turn that off. And I immediately, I'm her bitch. I get up and I start walking towards where our fire alarm is.
And you said.
And I said, I'll turn it off. I just don't know how. You need to tell me how to turn it off.
And she was like pacing around the room like this. We could not find the fire alarm. And I said, it was at this point, I'm so confused because I did not know that you thought I was saying turn that off to you. Like,
yeah, because you looked at me and you said, turn that off.
Yeah. Like, I said, I don't remember like the tone that I said it, but it was probably similar to that. Enough to the point where like if I try and explain like my thought process, it's not gonna make sense. And then you got up so fast. And I said, baby, no, it's not ours. That's in the hallway. That would be like, oh,
and then it would
have been a lot louder had it been in here.
And she was just saying like, turn that off. Like
in general,
someone should turn that off.
Right. Like, yeah.
And then we were like laughing about it for like the longest time, like just sitting here giggling. The alarm's still going off.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes goes by of us like laughing about this, and then I look at her and I go, "What if there's an actual fire in the hallway and we're just sitting here giggling?"
Like everybody else was already outside, like in the lot. Like the fire department was already here. Like we're just sitting inside, like fucking bitching back and forth about the fire alarm because no one ever takes fire alarms seriously.
Nobody does.
Ever. Never ever.
I thought that for a minute it was like the
rice cooker. You were like, no,
I
didn't know you put in rice.
I thought it was like A fire drill.
Imagine we had to do fire drills in our apartment building.
Never know. We sometimes.
Dude, Eduardo would enforce that.
The dorms.
You know what we should talk about? We should talk about the movies that we've gone to see. It Ends With Us and Beetlejuice. Let's talk about them.
Okay.
Let's do some movie reviews. It Ends With Us. What would you give that on a scale of 1 to 10?
7.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it.
I would have probably given it like a 4 or 5.
Oh.
Just because it's like, it was good when I saw it, but I couldn't get over how cringe Blake Lively is.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like about it.
And I would just never simply watch it again. Like, it's like a one and done for me. I'll give it a 5 for that reason. Because I liked it. But it was just definitely like...
Wasn't her movie.
What?
It wasn't her movie.
It was not her movie. She looked awful in the entire movie, I thought. I did not think that there was a damn scene where she looked good physically.
I think she looked fine. I just, like... I read half the book and then I lost it, so I didn't finish it. But, like, I think everybody said that, like, that she's just not, like, what you picture when you read, the book. And, like, you're, like, picturing the character in your head, like, at all.
I saw, like, a theory
because she's also just not a ginger. Like,
no, she's not.
Like, cast somebody who is a ginger.
Right.
Because there's weird. So many, like, so good actresses that are gingers.
Yeah.
And, like, just the red hair on her, you just knew that it was fake. And also, like, was so much hair.
At all.
And her acting wasn't good. It was
bad.
Cringe. Like, you know, things that, like, normally, like, if someone else did them, like, they would be, like, cute and, like, work. But, like, for her, it was cringe.
It was bad. I saw, obviously there's been, like, a lot of Blake Lively interviews since that movie that are, like, kind of going up in flames. But the one thing that I did see was, like, this was from, like, a while back where she said, like, a quote or something along the lines of, like, she struggles to, like, change her entire personality for a role, which is crazy because, like, that's what acting is. Like, maybe you're in the wrong area then. Like, I don't know. But, like, I watched Gossip Girl, and I loved her in that because she, like, played that role perfectly. But then all the shit that's coming out then about, like, her being, like, a mean girl to, like, that interviewer and, like, I assume that you've seen all those. All that kind of stuff. I'm like, so she played a cunty character because she is a cunt?
Yeah.
Or, like, she played it well, I mean.
Yeah.
Or, like, what's the deal there? And then she can't play, like, a super nice character because, like... Because that character was just, like, the victim, obviously. But, like, she couldn't play it well. Like, she couldn't make it happen. Everything that she did, I was like, oh my god.
There was, like, so many times I looked at you and I was like, that was so
Cringe. Oh my god, certain lines of hers were awful. But it's like, they wouldn't have been that bad had it been somebody that, like, read them well. She didn't. Or,
like, played the character well.
Right. It was just, like, really weird overall. I wasn't a big fan.
I liked everything else about the movie, though. Personally.
I think everybody else was, like, casted perfectly.
Yeah.
Ironically. Except for her. I just really, like, I love her. I really do. Like, I like her, just not in that movie. And then, you know, like, certain movies, people, like, cast, like, one big celebrity, like, one big name, so that it kind of, like, gets more attention. Yeah. I wonder if, like, that's what they did, but at the same time, like, Colleen Hoover is a very popular author.
Yeah.
So it would have gotten a lot
of... There's just so many, like, other people that could have done it.
Even, so like, much traction regardless. Like, it's weird.
I agree.
Anyone else. Anyone. Not Blake.
So, like, as an overall, the GroupChat podcast is going to give that movie, like, a 6.
We'll compromise with a 6. Yeah, for sure. Next one. Beetlejuice. Let's talk about it.
10. I loved it.
Fucking same.
We went with your... Can we call that... Can we say his name, or...
No, let's make up one.
Let's call him
It's so obvious, bitch.
I know.
Let's call him... What's that little lizard from
Rango?
Milan? I think Rango works better for him. I was going with Mushu, but...
Oh, no, Mushu works.
Okay, should we stick with Mushu?
He's such a Mushu, yeah.
He's a Mushu.
Okay, so
he looks like when you poke him, it makes the noise Mushu.
Mushu, who is... with Moshu.
Moshu, dude. Okay.
Anyways, we went with him. And he didn't see the first movie, so he was like, that was the weirdest fucking movie I've ever seen in my life.
He thought it was going to be like a documentary or whatever about the little black Beetlejuice man.
The one who ran away from home?
Yes. But no, so he was so confused. He had no idea. Continue.
That's all
you had.
If you...
Sorry.
If you haven't seen the first one, then it really would be weird as fuck.
Very confusing.
And it was weird as fuck, but so was the first one.
We also did pop a little Eddie before we went.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. I really do want to watch it more sober than what I was at some point as well.
You should.
I want to.
What else do you have to say about the movie?
I just thought that, like, it felt like I watched, like, 18 different movies in one. Mm-hmm. There were so many different storylines happening.
I liked it.
That's why I liked it, too. It was, like, there was, like,
I liked that they used a lot of the same actors.
Yeah, they did. They were able to, which was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, Beetlejuice himself had his own plot this time. And he wasn't, like, painted as, like, the devil or something. Mm-hmm. Like he had like his own thing happening, and he did. Mm-hmm. He killed it, this one. And then there was the crazy boy, the young boy, and then what's her name, the daughter in the movie? Do you remember? I have no idea. Winona's daughter.
Her name is
I can't remember.
Astrid?
That sounds so right. I think you kind of crushed it right there. I feel like that was her name.
It's a horrible name, but I think that was her name.
It's bad, but it sounds right. Anyway, her whole plot line with the little boy that was, like, dead, but, like, whatever, like, all that kind of stuff. And then the mom and, like, her, like, reading the fortunes and things like that. Like, crazy. Just so much going on in the whole movie. That honestly, like... And then... I love how Beetlejuice, like, had his, like, little, like, own business room. And like, Bob.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
The little heads, like, those guys.
Yeah.
I love how much they used from the first movie and, like, expanded on it in the second one. I thought they took a really great route with it. No, it was not a flop. And then I heard... I loved Beetlejuice when I was young, but I also loved The Goonies. And now I heard that there's a reboot of that. They're going to make a new one.
Moana 2 is coming out.
That is true.
I think
Isn't
Thanksgiving
that in the next couple
something.
months? Yeah.
And then they're also making live action.
Moana? Mm-hmm. I thought that was... Oh, yeah. You're right. Okay. In my head, I already knew both those things, but in my head, they were one thing.
No.
Like Moana 2 live action type beat. But that's crazy.
Moana 2 is cartoon.
Okay. And then Moana live action is next year?
It's like... Yeah, 2 years away, something like that.
It's so shitty.
I think they like just like casted people for it. So.
Huh. What do you think they do? Like if they have like their whole cast and then all of a sudden they like start filming and then one of the people are just like it's not going well. Can't fix stupid, type beat. What do? They fire them and get someone new?
Probably. What else would they do?
How embarrassing. It'd be so embarrassing.
I'm sure that's happened before.
Well, for sure, but it's crazy. How do you feel? What are your thoughts on the live action Snow White?
Excited for it?
Yeah.
I don't know. What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Why? When I watched, Snow White in itself was never one of my favorite movies, ever. 2, what's her name?
Who?
The girl from Hunger Games that's playing. What's her name?
From the Hunger
Rachel
Games?
Zegler.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You didn't know that she was playing Snow White. Have you seen any videos of the Snow White live action?
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay.
What's like the tea?
Well, like, she was getting so much hate for it because, like, she was, like, talking shit about the movie.
Oh.
In
why?
interviews. I don't know. She was, like, talking bad on the movie. And she kept, like, saying, like, yeah, I never even liked that movie when I was growing up. But is, like, obviously playing Snow White. And then, like, she got a lot of backlash, too, because she was, like, saying... First off, it's, like, really cringe, a lot of the things that she, like, said about it. And she just kept saying, like, yeah, like... We're, like, rewriting the whole movie, like no princess, no prince coming to save the princess. She saves herself. Like, talking, like, all, like, girl power type shit, and it was, like, really gross. And then, God, what else did she say? She said that she only took that job or something because she needed the money, which I thought was hilarious. I thought that was so funny, but at the same time, like, no one else is gonna think that that's funny. Like,
I think that's funny.
I do too, but I'm just saying, like, in Hollywood, no one's gonna sit there and be like, babe, great word choice in that interview. Like, no one's gonna say that.
Right.
Like, she just needed to be trained better for those interviews and those questions, I think. But I thought it was hilarious.
I feel like she did a really good job. She's really...
And she's a really great voice.
Yeah, and a good actress. I'm sure it'll be good.
I think so, too. When I did see the trailer, I didn't know how I felt about it because, like, I just didn't like how much they changed. And plus, Gal Gadot, or whatever the fuck her name is, Wonder Woman, she's literally playing the evil queen. And she is the finest piece of ass on this planet. So she's going to look in that mirror and say who's the finest in the land, and they're going to sit there and tell her Rachel Zegler Snow White is? Sorry. I mean, she's stunning. But in the movie, they did her down so bad. I just have to pull up, like, a photo or something. Like, Rachel has, like, so much potential because she's gorge. But they just did not, like... They didn't... Yeah, it's just not... It's not
weird.
it for
Why
me.
would they do that?
I don't know. I'm going to look up a photo so you can see. Look at her. Oh, my God. It's so terrible. Oh, my God. They did her so bad. No one needed to design the hair or style it like that. Not a damn person.
Should have been way longer.
So, yeah, 100%. 100,000%. And then, like, you can scroll through all the photos, but, like, that was just a side-by-side.
I see.
It's just crazy. So, like, now the whole thing's, like, fucking, like, backwards and whack and shit. You know?
You saying it's backwards because the queen is prettier?
It is. It's like, it wasn't supposed to be like that to begin with. Ever.
Well, the evil queen in the cartoon is, like, pretty.
Yeah, she is pretty. I'm not saying that the evil queen has to be ugly. The evil queen's supposed to be pretty. But Snow White is supposed to be fucking drop-dead, stunning, gorgeous, beautiful queen. They did not style Rachel like that. And she easily could have been. That's why I'm pissed. So now I'm gonna go on strike. Let me look that up too.
Okay. If you could.
March 21st of 25.
Oh, it's coming up.
Anyways, so there's that.
We'll go see it.
That can be it for our movie reviews for the day.
Remember yesterday when you texted me and you said,
What did I say?
You said, you know Hannah speed cleaned the kitchen when you get home and find the cinnamon in the fridge.
Because there's always something. When you speed clean, it's, like, super valid. And I'm like, wow, I've never seen someone clean that fast. But the thing is that you also then... It's like, you know when you, like, a parent yells at their child to clean their room and they just toss everything under their bed? That's like, you pull a little bit of that when you speed clean the kitchen. Because that's when you find cinnamon in the fridge. That's when you find, like, a knife in the oven. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, random shit. Like, I'm not saying you've done that. I'm just saying there's always going to be, like, at least one or two things that are in completely the wrong spot.
At least I clean.
I didn't say anything bad on it. I said it's great and I love it. That's the part that you're missing because I said that. Now you're focusing on the negative. That's not good for the mental. Focus on the positive too. There's a lot of positive I said.
Your straw is curled up all the way around your drink.
I know. I put it like that.
Oh. How are you going to drink?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll just pull it out then when I want to drink it.
Tip it.
Can we also talk about you blocking Collections' phone number?
No.
Because Hannah keeps getting phone calls from Collections because she has like debt or something in there. I don't even know how that works. Who is Collections and where are they? Where are they located?
They're part of the government.
Yeah. But where are they storing all this money?
They don't have the money. Clearly. That's why they're calling me. They call me every day. But I blocked the number. Finally. They've been calling me for like a year. And I've never answered. I answered. Well, no, actually, I've never answered.
I mean, I have other things on my list. But like, some of it I might keep for the next episode. Because I wanted to do the episode where I dress up as...
You want that to be the next one?
Yeah. I wanted to do it for this one.
We should do like a few in costumes. It's like spooky season.
Well, for sure. And like we already have like the pillow and everything.
We already have the pillows,
so like we have to.
We basically have everything else. Okay, so you're gonna be. Who am I gonna be?
I feel like, because we can't make you.
Fuck no.
Because that's
racist.
Very.
Because she's Indian, African American, Mexican, and white. So
we can't make you look all of those things. You have the native and white, but we can't paint your face.
Yeah, but
black.
Yeah.
That's not appropriate at all.
Even for her.
Even for her, it's not appropriate. No. So, unfortunately...
Oh, let's talk about me using mouth tape.
Middle of the conversation
I'm on my mouth tape journey.
She is on her mouth tape journey.
No, this is why it works.
Okay.
When you breathe through your nose,
right,
it oxygenates your whole body more versus when you breathe through your mouth. And I also saw a video that like all athletes, like professional athletes, they use mouth tape because it helps them sleep better. It gets rid of like swelling and stuff, and like like that like ad that keeps coming on TikTok about like cortisol face or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I have that for sure. Swollen. Like
I have a chunker face, I think.
I don't think you do, but
I feel like my face is fat. Like most of the time, whenever I look at like a photo, all of a sudden I kind of go, "Whoa!" I hope that's not what I look like. I kind of have like chipmunk cheeks, but then I feel, nice, and then I'm like,
but like, it like makes you like it helps like heal your body faster when your whole body's oxygenated, and it's better through your nose.
I mean, I believe that. That's why you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth when you need to like relax or like slow your heart rate.
And you can still like breathe through your mouth. Your mouth isn't just like wide open when you.
When my family was in Montana and we were hiking, this lady that we like made friends with, we were all like going up like this really difficult part of the trail, and it was like a busy trail that day. Okay, we're like at like mile 7 already, and we're like going up these switchbacks, and this lady, I think her name was Michelle keeps like, she's like in the front of the group with her husband, who also was dominating this trail, and she just kept yelling behind her, "Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, guys. We can do it." Like Michelle was good shit. Like I love that bitch. And then we get to the end of the trail at the switchbacks, like at the top of the mountain, and this random dude who literally none of us knew was even behind us, like whatever, he gets up there and he stops and he goes, "Why is it in through your nose and out through your mouth?" And we all just kind of looked around and we were like, "You've never heard that saying?" Because he was so confused. He's like, "Why are you telling people that?" He's like, he meant it. He had never heard someone say, "Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth." And this man was like 35. Mm-hmm. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, kind of.
And then we had to sit there and explain it to him.
So now when somebody asks you again, you can say, "It oxygenates your body better," and you can sound educated body.
I will. I wish I would have known that. I wish my friend would have been using mouth tape when I was out there.
Sorry.
Seriously. It's like ridiculous.
Okay, so you're going to be...
Yeah, I'm going to be... And then maybe you're going to be like, really good... Or like, the theme can just be... But I really want to go with here. Because it's more on brand. But we can't also, like... I mean, you could be as... It's just so boring.
I don't want to be
like, and no one wants to be.
Do you remember in the debate when Donald Trump said, I don't know exactly what, like, part they were talking about, but he said something like, you could make it happen today. Go wake up the president at 4 p.m. and tell him it's time to get to the Oval Office.
I've been seeing so many TikToks, and they're all clips from that debate that we actually did watch. Like, that's the only part of that debate that we watched. Every single one of them. Yeah, every single one of those clips from that small section of that debate that we did watch have gotten, like, they've gone, like, viral. Like, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.
And then
that one,
body cam footage of the chick who literally did eat a cat.
Yes, it's crazy. It's so funny. And then they kept saying, no, Trump, that's not true. It's like,
he said,
then
we'll find it.
We'll find it. He's so confident. That's why I like him. Mm-hmm. He's the funniest president I think that we've ever had. The most meme-worthy president.
Oh, for sure.
Easily. I mean, am I saying he's the best guy in the world? No. Is he a good businessman? Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, it's so funny. He's just fucking hilarious. And he goes into everything with so much confidence. And he's not ashamed to cut people off. He's not. It's so funny.
He's funny.
Remember when you called, you couldn't remember her name, so you kept calling her Kalama?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
you called her Kalama, though. It was, like, 8 times in a row. And then I kept saying, Hannah, it's Kamala. And then you were like, oh, Kalama. You didn't realize. You didn't even know that there was a difference. It was the same thing.
Whatever.
It was funny. It was funny.
She is.
She is what she is, and she is Kalama. So
she can be that.
She could be Kalama.
She can be whoever she wants most 2024.
Dude, the fact that she funds transgender, what's that called? When you operations.
Oh.
Transgender operations for people that are in prison.
I saw a sigh of relief in your eyes when you remembered the word operation.
Because I just didn't expect myself to. Seriously, like, it's just not something that I would ever remember. So, anyway, we want to do a episode. Not where we're because we don't know enough to but we're going to do a theme. So tune in for that next time. I think that we're about done with this episode for today.
I think the last thing we should do is we should introduce Elvis.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Hannah got a new cat. That's all the explanation needed. But he's a little shit. I've had to repot a lot of plants because of him. Dun, 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 dun. Charvitz. Dude.
Now look up.
Yeah, seriously. Dude, make him do the YMCA. YMCA.
Okay, so this is my baby. His name is Elvis. Bo Belvis. Wheat Presley Kaufman.
You guys, his name literally, it was Wheat.
He's my sweet boy. He's 5 months old.
Yeah.
And yeah, they named him Wheat.
So
and when we went to the Humane Society, he was literally the only cat that we looked at. And then we were like, okay, so when can we have him?
When can we get him? And they went and got him the next day.
He's so sweet. And he's like...
He's baby. He's 5 months old.
He loves to cuddle hardcore. He's
cuddler.
like a little bit nicer than Hunter.
Wow. Damn.
Hunter bites and scratches and it hurts, and I love Hunter, but I just think Hunter has a shorter fuse, and Elvis lets me do whatever I want to him. But yeah, he's just a baby. He's really naughty, but he's got really big paws, so he's gonna be huge.
Big boy.
And I named him.
Yeah.
Elvis.
It took us so long to figure out a name. Every single time anybody would like throw out names, like we were, like at least one other person would shut them down. You know?
They just like weren't right. But Elvis is very
fitting
on brand for him, and he's so handsome.
And you came up with that one, so it has to make you feel good.
It does, because we
shut down so many of the first ones that you threw out there. I remember, and then you were like,
I was getting pissed. I was like,
what are we supposed to name it?
Yeah. I was like, whatever then.
Mm-hmm. Dude, you look like at the fair when they show when they show rabbits and they pull them like that. That was literally you.
Count
anyway,
one.
guilty.
Count 2.
Guilty.
Count 3.
Double guilty.
What can you say?
Not a damn word. Anyways.
All right.
I think we're going to call it there for today's episode. We missed you guys and we really wanted to just get a little small short film, and because we haven't in a while, but soon we'll be right back at it, and
the next episode will be costumes.
But yeah, well, especially with Halloween coming up, any episode we come out with this month is gonna have to be a simple costume,
and we have costumes
or an extravagant costume at that. So anyway, thanks for watching. We know this episode was a bit shorter, but that's okay. It might not actually be. I mean, who knows? I've not looked at how long we've been recording.
So it's a surprise to us every time.
It always is. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. And yeah, today would actually be episode 10.
Oh,
so.
Ooh, episode 10.
Episode 10, and now we have some spooky season episodes. We should do like a series for that. Like every October. We call it... What? Oh my God! Wait, on old YouTube they used to call it something. Spooktober. No, it was something with, like, you know how like during Christmas time they'd always call it like Vlogmas. Mm-hmm. There's something for Halloween.
Vlogoween.
Maybe that's what. But it'll be Podcastoween.
Podcastoween.
We'll be doing our Podcastoween series for the month of October. And every episode we'll be wearing different costumes. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. And we will be back for episode 11 during
Spookoween. No, Vlogoween.
No, Podcastoween.
Podcastoween.
All right, bye.